Hello and welcome everybody to my channel Omni Bioentrance, and today we will be discussing Maharashtra SET Life Science question paper conducted in the year 2024. I have divided into two parts. This is part 1. If you are new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe. First question. Hydrogen bonds are present in water structure. Presence of hydrogen bonds give a characteristic property to water, which is high melting and high boiling points. Answer is option 1. Then, which of the following membrane associated processes involve the step clathrin coated vesicle formation? It is receptor mediated endocytosis. So in receptor mediated endocytosis, the ligand will bind to the receptor. The ligand and the receptor, it will recruit. 1 minute. It will recruit adapter protein. These are the adapter protein and the clathrin to the plasma membrane, around where invagination will be formed, and these are called as the clathrin coated pits. These clathrin coated pits, they will bud off and form clathrin coated vesicles. Then they will fuse with the early endosomes, and the acidic pH of the endosome, it will dissociate the ligand with the receptor and is sorted out for recycling or degradation by lysosomes. So that is clathrin dependent endocytosis. Then next one. Which of the following is not a part of cell theory? Organisms are made of cells. Yes. Cells are functional units of multicellular organism. That is also a part of cell theory. Cells in a multicellular organism arise from pre-existing cell. That's also correct. Cells in a multicellular organism are derived from non-cells. That is not correct. So they have asked which is not a part of cell theory. So it is option D. Then next one. Assembly of cytoplasmic microtubule from the twin dimers is inhibited if the cell is treated with colchicine. Answer is option C. Then prokaryotes can be characterized by presence of nucleus or nucleoid. They don't have a nucleus. Absence of DNA. DNA is present but nucleus is not present. Absence of membrane surrounding organelles. Yes. Presence of membrane around RNA. No. That is not correct. Then the following are the characteristic of which type of transposable element? Simplest transposable element found in bacteria that encode transposase with less than 5 kb size and with terminal inverted repeats that can transfer DNA directly is. So here the transposable element, it is encoding a transposase. It is less than 5 kb size and it is having terminal inverted repeat. So it is a simple transposon and it is called as IS element in bacteria. Answer is option C. The first chromosomal linkage map for 5 genes on the X chromosome of Drosophila was constructed by A.H. Sturtevant. Chromosomal site at which a group of genes affecting quantitative traits are located is called quantitative trait locus. Answer is option B. Then next one. In prion disease, classically, the liver becomes excessively enlarged, liver becomes sponge-like, brain ventricles are squeezed, brain becomes sponge-like. So prion disease, it is a fatal neurodegenerative disease caused by misfolded prion proteins in the brain. These misfolded prion proteins, they begin to accumulate and form clumps in the brain, damaging the nerve cells. And these damages cause tiny holes to form in the brain tissue making it appear like a sponge under the microscope. That is why prion disease is called spongiform encephalitis. So the answer here is option D, brain becomes sponge-like. Which of the following is not a diversity index of the living organism? Shannon index, Simpson index, Berger-Parker index. All these are diversity index, but MPN index is not. MPN is most probable number, which is a statistical method that is used in microbiology to estimate number of bacteria present in a sample. So the answer here is option D. Then next one. Articulation of both the jaws with the skull is termed as jaw suspension. One of the following type is observed in telostephacius. It is autostylic jaw suspension. Answer is B. Then next one. In the representatives of order Cestoda, the mature proglottids get separated from main body by a process known as apolysis. Answer is option B. Then taxonomic hierarchy refers to classification of species based on fossil records. No. A list of taxonomists worked on taxonomy of a species. No, it is hierarchy. So it should be somewhat like a stepwise arrangement. A group of taxonomists who decide nomenclature of animals and plants. That is also not correct. Stepwise arrangement of all categories for classification of animals and plants. Answer is option D. The next one. Mycoplasmas, Rickettsia and Chlamydia are. They are small bacteria. Answer is option B. When biological oxygen demand becomes very high. So biological oxygen demand is the amount of oxygen necessary for bacteria to consume the organic matter in the water. Now, if the organic matter that is discharged into the natural water is more, then rapid increase in the growth of microorganism will be there, and that will deplete the oxygen that is required for the aquatic life like fishes and other plants and aquatic animals. So the water becomes suitable for growth of aerobic microbes. No, the amount of dissolved oxygen increases. No, it decreases. The water becomes anaerobic. Yes, that is more correct. Answer is option C. Then, which one of the following extra embryonic membranes found as unique feature in terrestrial vertebrates only? Yolk sac, chorion, allantois, amnion. So all four are found in terrestrial vertebrates, but the unique feature in terrestrial vertebrates is amnion. Answer is option D. Since humans are having such a notable impact on the earth and its life, a new youngest epoch of the Quaternary period is termed as the Anthropocene. Answer is option C. What largest bacterium greater than 600 micrometer size is known to inhabit the gut of Acanthus nigrofusicus? It is Epilopsychum fischelsoni. Answer is option. Heliophytes are plants growing under direct sunlight. Growing under shade, no. Growing under direct sunlight. Answer is option B. The largest carbon sink of the area. Now what is carbon sink? Carbon sink is anything that absorbs more carbon from the atmosphere and releases it than it releases. Okay, it absorbs more carbon from the atmosphere than it releases. That is called as carbon sink. Now plants, oceans and soils are examples of carbon sink. So they have asked here the largest carbon sink on the earth is naturally the oceans. Answer is option C. Nomenclature is governed by certain universal rules. Which one of the following is contrary to the rules of nomenclature? The first word represents genus, the second is the specific epithet. The names are written in Latin and italicized. They have asked which one of the following is contrary to the rules of nomenclature. Biological names can be written in any language. No, it is usually written in Latin and it should be italicized, and when you write it by hand, the names have to be underlined. So the answer here is option C. Which among the following is functionally more diverse? DNA, RNA, protein, lipid. So it is protein because proteins are made up of amino acids and there are 20 amino acids, and large number of permutation and combination of these amino acids can be taken place, and this is responsible for the unlimited variety of proteins. So the answer here is option C. River blindness disease occurs due to Onchocerca volvulus. Answer is option D. Then Cry-du-Chat syndrome is caused by, so it is of chromosome number 5 and it is deletion of the short arm of chromosome number 5. So answer here is option A. Then next one, the maternal characteristic inherited through cytoplasmic inheritance also. One of the following organelle is involved. So which organelle is involved in cytoplasmic inheritance? It is naturally your mitochondria and chloroplast. They are involved in cytoplasmic inheritance. But in the options only mitochondria is given. So option A is the correct answer. Then trisomy of chromosome number 21, it is Down syndrome. All these are direct questions. This question paper was really easy. 21 is C. Now next one. If the genotypes of husband and wife are IAIB, how many different genotypes and phenotypes are possible among the blood types of their children? So this is the IAIB is the male and female. These are the gametes that are produced and these are the offsprings you get. You get 4 genotypes, 3 phenotypes as per the options. Otherwise it is only 3 genotypes. That is A, B and B. That are 3 phenotypes and 3 genotypes. IA, IB and IB. These are the 3 genotypes. But as per the options, they have given 4 genotypes because they have taken IB also, both of them into consideration. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 genotypes and 3 phenotypes as per the options. So the answer here will be 4 genotypes, 3 phenotypes. Answer is option C. A bacterial strain that is lysine plus histidine plus valine plus is used as a donor, and another strain lysine minus histidine minus valine minus as the recipient for setting up an experiment on transformation. Initial transformants were isolated on minimal medium with supplemented with lysine and valine. So they have not supplemented histidine to the minimal medium. Which of the following maximum genotypes will grow on this medium? So you have to see for those which are histidine plus, because they will not be able to grow, because histidine minus will not be able to grow on minimal medium supplemented with lysine and valine. But if histidine was supplemented to the medium, then histidine minus also would have grown in the medium. But in this case, only histidine plus will grow in the minimal medium. So you have to see for options where histidine minus is not present. So if you see the option, you can see A where histidine is plus here and plus here. So the answer is option A. Then, in addition to serving as the building block for nucleic acid, nucleotides have many functions. Which of the following is not a function of nucleic acid? They are carriers of energy. ATP, adenosine trinucleotide. Then they are serving as secondary messengers of the cell CAMP. They are component of coenzymes, yes, like nucleotide adenine for NAD, P and NADPH, FADH. They provide electrons to the electron transport chain. No, they do not provide electrons to electron transport chain. So, which is not a function of nucleotide is option D. Then a DNA sample contains 30% adenine on a molar basis. What will be the percentage of cytosine? So 30% adenine means 30 will be thymine. So 30 plus 30 will be 60. So 100 minus 60 will be 40. 40% will be cytosine and guanine together. So 20% will be cytosine and 20% will be guanine. So the answer here is option B. Which of the following would contribute to intrinsic fluorescence in a protein? The intrinsic fluorescence of a protein is caused by 3 amino acids with aromatic side chains, that is phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. So the answer here is option A, aromatic amino acids. Then next one. The screw sense of DNA can be right-handed or left-handed. Which of the following statement is correct with respect to the screw sense of A, B and Z type DNA? So A is right-handed, B is also right-handed, Z is left-handed. Now read the options. A and Z both are right-handed. No. A and B both are right-handed. Yes. B is correct. Then next one. Which chiral angle in the peptide backbone does not undergo rotation? Phi, psi, omega are the different chiral angles in the peptide backbone. Of these, phi and psi they undergo rotation but omega doesn't. So the answer here is option D, omega. Efficiency of enzyme can be better measured in terms of, that is by kcat by km. Higher the kcat km ratio, higher the rate of catalysis. So the answer here is option D. What is the resultant pH of a phosphate buffer made by mixing 0.2 molar Na2HPO4 and 0.2 molar Na2HPO4? So it is given by the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. So pH is equal to pKa plus log conjugate base by conjugate by acid, that is Na2HPO4 by NaH2PO4. Substitute the values. You will get log 1. Log 1 is 0. So pH will be equal to pKa, that is 6.86. So the answer here is option B. Then next one. A protein mixture contains 3 polypeptides A, B and C, whose masses are 63, 28, 79 kDa with pi values 6.57 and 8, were subjected to standard reducing SDS page. The order of their separation from top to bottom would be. Now SDS page, it doesn't take pi values into consideration. That is only given to confuse you. It separates on the basis of molecular weight. So, which one will be the first from top? It will be 79, then comes 63 and then comes 28. So, CAB. Answer is option D. Then next one. A geographically variable species often divided into many subspecies is referred to as. So monotypic species are those containing only one type of subspecies. Sibling species are morphologically similar but are reproductively isolated. Polytypic species are those that contain more than one subspecies. So the answer here is option D, that is polytypic species. The next one. First fossil record of vascular plants appeared in the Silurian period. Answer is option. Inclusive fitness refers to it is the ability of an individual to transmit genes to the next generation, including genes shared with relatives. That is inclusive fitness. So reproductive success of an individual, no. Reproductive success of an individual along with its neighbors' reproductive success, no. It should be relatives' reproductive success. Reproductive success of an individual along with its relative reproductive success. That is correct. Answer is option C. The next one. In classical experiment, a standard is used to add background noise. No. To reduce or eliminate background noise, standard is used. Record the absolute value of a signal. No. Compare and eliminate non-specific background noise. Yes. Answer is C. Then why sexual selection can lead to extreme phenotypes? Because the extreme phenotype incur low cost than the mean train in the population. Because the partner quickly learns and favors new images. Because a positive feedback exists between the gene favoring the trait and the gene coding for it. Yes. Answer is option C. Sarich and Wilson demonstrated that human, gorilla and chimpanzee were genetically equidistant and the distinct for orangutan and the divergence time is approximately MYA is million years ago. So answer here is 5 million years ago. Answer is option B. The next one. A beaker has 100 ml of some fluid at 80 degrees and beaker B contains the same fluid at 200 ml at 20 degrees. If both the fluids are mixed, what would be the temperature of the resultant mixture? If two fluids are identical and the final temperature is T degrees Celsius, then heat lost by 80 degree fluid is equal to heat gained by 20 degree fluid. That is 800 into 80 minus T is equal to 200 into T minus 20. You will get it as 42 degrees Celsius upon solving. Answer is option C. With the advent of remote sensing and geographical information system, the city planners have begun to use Indian satellite data. Which one of the following satellite data are useful for such task? It is Cartostat. Answer is option A. Which of the following statement is not true about phase contrast microscopy? It is a modified version of bright field microscope that is fitted with a condenser and an objective. Yes, it uses a special condenser and objective that accentuate small differences in the refractive index of various structures within the organism. Yes, it can be used to observe living cells in their natural state. A, B, C are correct. So they have asked which is not true about phase contrast microscopy. It should be D. It uses laser light to obtain focal level section through a specimen. It does not use laser light. So the answer here is option D. Then, what will be the radioactivity of I-125 labeled 2-MCI thyroxine after 4 generation? T half is 60 days. Now forget about T half. It is just for confusion. So half of it will be in 1 generation. Half of this half will be 2nd generation, or half into half will be 2 generation. Then 3 generation will be again half, then again half in the 4th generation. So it will be totaling half into half into half into half, that is 1 by 16 of the original. So 2 in 1 by 16 will be 0.125 MCI. Answer will be option B.